Hey guys, James4373 here from 43Tube Gaming, and today I'm going to show you two things about the new 1.5 update. Now this isn't 1.5, this is the new snapshot 13W3A. So today I'm going to show you two things. I'm going to show you the redstone comparator and the daylight detector. So first we'll go with the daylight detector. This isn't actually an automatic daylight maker, I just named it that because, yeah. So here's a crafting recipe, and I'll show you, this is what you end up with. This is only half of it, looks a bit weird. So this is a crafting recipe, and those are nether quartz, those are the new nether quartz, not the ore, those are, I think you just have to smelt or something. So this there, that little one there, that is our daylight detector, and that, depending on how much light there is, that will output a certain strength of signal. So basically what will happen is this one here is a warning light which will go off a lot earlier than the actual automatic set the time for day alarm. So for example, if I push this, which will set the time to night, that will trigger an inverter which will turn that on, which will change the time to day, and then this will say the time was set to day to tell the time was set to day. And I suppose during the morning it's get rid of that. See, now it's turned off because it's now light enough for it. So that's basically how it works. So that depending on how much daylight there is, it'll output different strengths of signal. And these are command blocks. If you want more information on these, just search it on the Minecraft wiki. It'll give you plenty of information about command blocks. So I'll take you out and we'll get a little closer. Sorry about the glowstone, but I just didn't really. I was in a rush and I couldn't be stuck putting nice nether quartz blocks on top. So here we go. This is the block that the torch is attached to. So when the more sensitive you want it to be, the longer the redstone line has to be. So because I want this to be really sensitive, so it's just an alarm, it's not actually a set the time to day, I want this to be real sensitive, so I've made it longer. But this, the actual setting the time to day, I only want it sensitive, so I made the line shorter. And this is just a clock, so when that power that is turned on, that will go in allowing the redstone to pass through and if I want light on and off. So if I wanted it, so I don't need the clock really. Like, you could do this with a block of redstone. And then that just moves out and powers a light. So you can choose it however you want. So that is the most simplest thing in the new thing, the daylight detector, I suppose. Oh, and I'll put it simple. The comparator, the most complicated thing in the new update. So input A, input B, and another input B, but in this case I call it input C. So these either or can be input B. So the way, probably it's, here's a recipe. And that's what it looks like as an item. So the way I see it, is if this was on a ship and they were trying to shoot down enemy targets, this would be the first guy, the guy who was monitoring the radar. If he wants to shoot, he'd pull down this. But then if the next guy up says, no, don't shoot, because that signal is stronger than that signal, it's not going to output a signal. But if this guy says shoot, this guy says shoot, but the man at the top, the chief commander or whatever, says no, it's not going to be powered. So if any of these people say no, it's not going to output a signal. So they all, three of them have to agree. So basically, if here's input, let's just get rid of input C so it doesn't confuse you. Okay, so right now this is input A, so it's 3 blocks long, this thin, and this is input B, this is 2 blocks long. So because the signal coming from input B is going to be stronger than the signal coming from input A, the comparator says, well, someone's better than you, so I'm not going to output a signal for you. But if it's equal to, I'm presuming if it's equal to, it doesn't output a signal. So now they're both the signals are both the same. Mouse is a bit greasy. It's a magic mouse. Because they're the same, they will output. But if this is less than, it's still going to output a signal. So that's basically how it works. So that's comparator. So I hope you've liked this part 1 of the Get to Know 1.5. So yeah, that's it for the, well, I suppose you could say briefing. So yeah, see you later.